Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to the fastest growing sports gambling podcast in the tri-state area. We got AA Anthony Alessino. We got the graduate Brian Castiglione. And my name, as always, is James Hawkinjost. And this is Parlay-Vous. And we're back. It's NFL Week 2. Before we get into Week 2, Anthony, we got to talk about Week 1.
Yeah, let's do that. I lost my voice. Let me just get the elephant out of the room now. Lost my voice at Met Yankee games all weekend. To say that it was a life-changing event would be an understatement. So let's go Mets.
It's almost like it was 9/11.
It was almost Jesus Christ. I think we got to cut that out. I'm like 90% sure that this is all going to be cut out now because you ruined it. But anyway,
that's all right. It's all right.
So bear with my voice tonight. And but it was a good week 1. I did well.
It was a good week 1 for the book, mostly when you look at...
Not well.
Well, no. When you look at the amount of underdogs that won and the amount of unders that hit.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you actually look at it, I don't have the actual numbers, but a lot of unders hit and a lot of favorites lost.
That sounds like week 1.
And the public likes to hit the over, and they like to bet on the
yeah,
on the favorites. So as far as the book, all the books across the nation and the world, it was a good weekend for the book. In my particular case, also a good weekend for the book. I mean, I broke even, so I guess not great for the book, but
Yeah,
not great for me.
They got your VIGs, though. They're happy.
Yeah.
I did good. We'll get into that later, but we got 3 big things. You want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first. My first big point from the weekend is Zach Wilson looked poised in the second half despite O-line play.
That looks like you literally took a headline from ESPN New York. That's what that seems like. That you just took that headline.
Well, I didn't take anyone's headline,
That's
and I have
disgusting.
numbers,
I hate
you
that
loser.
take. I hate that take.
Followed up by Sam Darnold might suck. That's what I'm following it up with.
That's all one take. It's all one point.
Yeah, it's 1 point.
Okay.
And this is the first time that I'm actually going to wind up turning on Darnold. I don't know if I've done the full heel turn on Darnold yet, but I've been behind him even since the Jets traded him.
But Darnold's 1-0.
Yeah, no, that's great. Did you see him miss the wide open out route in the end zone that any NFL starter has to make? He missed that throw, and Zach texted me and said, Darnold's bad, dude. He missed a wide open receiver in the right side of the end zone. No, yeah, did they wind up winning? Yeah, by 5 points. Did they cover? Yeah, sure. Would any other team in the NFL probably comes back and beats them in the second half the way they played?
Okay.
Now let me get the numbers real quick. The actual numbers from the game yesterday.
Like
The offensive line allowed 6 sacks, 11 quarterback hits, and pressure on 40% of Zach Wilson's dropbacks. Despite that, he threw for 256 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Way better in the second half than the first half. And Becton went down.
how bad is he hurt?
Sprained MCL, I think they said, which is better than an ACL tear.
I mean, they played okay. Listen, the Jets would have beat the Giants handily yesterday, so whatever. See,
Well,
now
they
it amazes
just might
me.
have.
See, it amazes me because we don't share our points before the show, which maybe we should, but it makes for more organic talk. And one of my points was that it was actually about Daniel Jones, and it goes along with the whole no O-line and all that. Giants were so bad yesterday that it's actually hard to tell if Daniel Jones is it or not. Like, that's the problem. They're so bad in every facet of the game that I'm like, maybe he is the guy. I don't know. I don't know what I want because nobody's good.
I don't know if he's the guy, but you're right. We got no answers about that on Sunday. Which leads me, this was my last point I was going to close the segment out with. The Giants are you said it yesterday while we were watching the game. All 3 aspects of the game, coaching, PR, media, everything about the New York Giants is uninspiring. They play uninspiring football.
Mm-hmm.
That was really my point. I mean, we all put money on the Giants. We figured first game back home in New York on the anniversary of 9/11.
I did not.
You didn't.
Put money on the Giants.
I did. I know. I'm pretty sure our friend Zach did. I'm pretty sure a few other people put money on them, at least to cover the points, and it wasn't even fucking close. And spoiler alert, I don't think the Broncos are that good.
No, I mean, I didn't take Denver, but I just left it alone. I'm like, you know what? This is not the game for me.
And that's fair.
You know who else looked uninspiring?
Who's that?
Aaron Rodgers.
This is fucked up because this is my.
It's also your point?
No, it is, but it isn't. So go ahead. Let's hear what you had to say.
No, I mean, there's really not much to say. I mean, they looked horrible. And for all that offseason chit-chat bullshit, where'd we get? And I know what you're going to say, and I know, and I mentioned it before. I got shit on yesterday for saying it, that Deshaun Watson for Aaron Rodgers. To get Deshaun Watson there.
It's fucking silly.
Everyone said, Jordan Love. I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 would take Watson. Right now, if you could have Watson.
If I could have.
I understand his.
If I could have Watson with his issues, or if I could move Rodgers elsewhere for a couple of picks, you're not going to get much because he's 38 years old or 37, going to be 38 by next year. But if I can move him and get maybe one first and some other day 2 capital, I'd be much more excited with those players or what I could turn those picks into than what I would get with Deshaun Watson because he could go to jail and he could.
No, I know. Take all that. Let's just say he gets.
Look, in a vacuum with no legal issues, yeah, I'd pull the trigger on that fucking twice on a Sunday, dude.
Right.
But
I just feel like
unfortunately he's got 37 separate counts.
I don't think it's that many.
I don't know what he's ultimately. That's how many counts they're originally talking about. I don't know what the actual number's gonna. It was 22. I saw was a definite first solid number.
I thought it was like 27. I saw 22. You know, I can't get into it. This is not the podcast to get into it. I don't want to get. I don't want hate mail sent to my house, so I'm not gonna get into it.
To just piggyback off of that, and then you can finish it out with your third point. My final point was the Saints are good, not the Packers are bad. Like this game was about the Saints being good, not about the Packers being bad. Because the Saints, if we all remember, were only one play away from beating Tom Brady and going to the Super Bowl last year with Drew Brees, who cannot uncork a deep ball for the last. Drew Brees said it himself during the game yesterday. I guess this is what the Saints' passing offense was missing. With me in reference to Jameis hucking the deep ball. So, I mean, we've been saying it since halfway through last season. If you put Jameis in for Drew Brees last year, they might be Super Bowl champions.
All right. Well, so the funny thing about that is I agree. I think
RELAX with the Packers. Relax.
Yeah, they'll probably run off 9 in a row now. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran off 9 wins in a row.
Oh no, I wouldn't be surprised if they went 16-1.
The thing about it is with Jameis is I feel like if he can control the turnovers, if learning under Drew Brees and Sean Payton actually, I shouldn't use that. If he actually learned under them, he can potentially bring them to where they got to get. I don't know with that receiving core. It's a little sus.
He's gonna love Marquez Callaway.
All right, it's a little sus. Because when Mike Thomas comes back, he's going to force the shit out of the ball to Mike Thomas. I can feel it already. It's going to be interceptions all over the fucking place. It's going to be 30. We were going to be the 30 for 30, Jameis 30 for 30. You know, the 30 for 30 episode, Jameis Winston's 30 for 30, right?
The second time he does it?
The second time he does it.
The second time he does it.
My final point. Go ahead.
No,
you go.
No, finish. I'm out of points. All I was going to bring up was the LASIK surgery. He also had LASIK surgery.
No, I don't. Whatever. Fuck that. You're a pro athlete, dude. Get LASIK surgery before you become a pro. That's a horrible excuse. My last point is the Rams are Super Bowl favorites in my eyes. And I know that's a bold statement.
Is it?
It's bold because everyone's going to be like, the Chiefs, though. You're overlooking the Chiefs, though. But there's a guy on the Rams on defense. You ever hear of him?
Marcus Peters?
No.
Jalen Ramsey?
Jalen
Ramsey. I was just being a dick. I thought Aaron Donald was the guy you were talking about.
No, I was talking about Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
Who can probably hang with a guy named Tyreek Hill.
By the way, Marcus Peters is on the Ravens and tours.
I know.
I'm saying that for the fans so they don't come after me. I know. I was being a dick.
Right. So,
a joke.
I think that's the biggest thing. That they might have somebody that can lock down Tyreek. Because Tyreek Hill, like those numbers we saw yesterday from Hill and Kelsey, those Madden numbers, like those, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Madden numbers all year. Like Mahomes is running right out of bounds, chucks the ball 75 yards, and Hill catches it in a dead stop, not on the run. He turns around, catches it like he's catching a punt, right?
Yeah.
And then just turns around. He's like, oh, no one's near me. Bye. And takes off. Weird. I feel like.
Well, we watching that game 22-10, and we're like, this screams Chiefs money line.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they're probably.
I just feel like
didn't, but they probably. It felt like they could have.
Just feel like what I saw yesterday with the Rams is like, wow, they only get better. Like, this is the worst we're going to see them. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to have their weeks, but I'm saying over the course of the season, Matt Stafford's just going to get more comfortable. Robert Woods had 2-3 catches.
I think he finished with 3.
Yeah. Wait till he gets going. Van Jefferson looked good. He only had 3 catches. One was a bomb, right? But he still had 3 catches.
Yeah, I only think it was targeted.
And Henderson, he did all right. Sony Michel wasn't even involved. We traded for him.
I wish young Jack was not at work today. We had an extensive argument about he picked up Sony Michel. I don't know if he drafted him or picked him up or whatever, and I'll be quick about this. Extensive argument about how great Sony Michel was going to be. And he told me Sony Michel had higher fantasy value than Jalen Waddle.
Tough.
Silly. It's silly.
I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
I have Sony Michel on my very deep dynasty league. I've had him for 3 years.
The guy's got feet for hands.
So, whatever.
All right, so that's all you got. I mean, I will with the Rams. They look great. Didn't even really start doing any of the McVay shit yet.
Yeah, well,
from a boots, not a lot of
from a betting show perspective, I almost love Stafford for MVP.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I almost love it. I'm like fringe. Like I really really like you,
but then also
I don't love you.
When you're talking about MVP, Kyler after just one game. Roughly the numbers are going to be off because I saw this earlier. He went just after one game. I hear you. I'm not big on Kyler. Him, just like Russ, MVP in September every year.
Yeah.
His odds after yesterday went from plus 2,700 to plus 1,400.
Yeah.
Almost sliced in half over one game.
Yeah, but to me, you already lost the value.
You already did. You lost the value.
You know what I mean?
So with that being said, I'm ready to go to guess the lines if you want.
Yeah, let's go to guess the lines.
The New York uninspired men versus the Washington professional team. In Washington, no Ryan Fitzpatrick for this game because with Ryan Fitzpatrick, I'd be close to a touchdown. Now with Taylor Heineke, I think Vegas is going to overreact. I got Washington only by 1.5.
Yeah, Heineke's pretty good at football, so it's going to be a little more than 1.5. I don't have it at a field goal. I have it minus 2.5 because I feel like until the Giants show you something, I don't think they're going to be favorites in any game. So I'll go 2.5, which is kind of weird because we're giving those 2 points because of home field advantage.
Yeah.
So whatever. I got Washington minus 2.5.
What do we got?
I got them at Washington minus 3.
Washington is minus 3. So
you're going to keep the score today.
Yeah, I got the score. I got it written down already.
That's it. So that's early.
So you're only getting the 1 on that, but you're going to get it. Washington laying the full 3 on Thursday night with the backup quarterback who can ball. I'm probably staying away. This is a game you might want to.
If I had to bet, which I'm not going to touch it, I'd go Washington.
Well, yeah, no, I'd go Washington. I'm not going to touch it. If I am going to put action on this game, it'll be some of that prop bet nonsense we discovered this weekend. New England Patriots at the New York Jets. Both teams coming off of losses. On the road, I couldn't give New England a touchdown, but I am giving them 4.5.
All right, so we're going to go off what your one of your 3 points were. They played well in the second half. They came back. They kind of calmed down, played within themselves, whatever. Mac, it's still 2 rookie quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even have it. I have New England minus 3.5. I don't have it that high because 2 rookie quarterbacks.
New England 5.5.
It's New England minus 5.5.
Would you have
4.5? So
okay.
It's a 1-1 ball game.
I'm okay with that. 5.5 is a lot though. That's. I don't want to touch it. They play. That's another in-game, in-division, game. Go ahead.
I can't touch that one. Denver Broncos in Jacksonville. Now, Jacksonville, I know a lot of people lost on Jacksonville in their survivor pools this weekend, which was fucking foolish. Like, foolish.
Tyrod Taylor, baby.
Tyrod Taylor is a baller. I mean, I don't expect Houston to keep it up, but Jacksonville is way bigger of a mess than I think we all anticipated to begin with.
Urban Meyer's got to make that transition back.
It's not even Urban Meyer.
No,
the
he's got it,
offensive
though.
line is trash.
He threw the ball 51 times on Trevor Lawrence's debut. That says a lot, dude.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
But part of the reason is it was just a snowball the whole game. It just got worse and worse and worse and worse. Eventually, you can't run the ball anymore. When you're down.
At least, I get it. The guy's going to be great, right? Like, at least, work him in a little bit. Like, when we get to Chicago, I'll talk about what I thought about him, but I don't know. I got Denver -3. I don't think Denver's that good, like you said. They beat a horrible Giants that didn't even show up. It's like a JV team. And I think they got to prove it a little bit more.
I mean, I don't think they
And
played
Judy's
great.
out.
Don't think they played great. Judy's out. I think their defense is better than Houston's, and they're going to maul the shit out of the Jacksonville Jaguars front line. So, you usually always start home team gets 3, right? So with that in effect, I'm going -4.5. Well, basically what I'm saying is, had it been a Denver home game, I'm going over a touchdown.
Okay, so I got -3.
Denver -6.
That's
Denver
a lot.
-6. That's a lot. And I don't know, Jacksonville Glizzy maybe?
No.
Maybe not?
Not for me.
We'll see.
Not for me.
Another divisional game. We got Buffalo in Miami. I mean, talk about two teams that couldn't have done less to boost their stock after we were talking about them. Not we specifically, but the media in general. Talking up the Bills, talking up Miami all off season long. How great are these teams? Buffalo was a fucking dumpster fire yesterday. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to Pittsburgh because I think part of it is Pittsburgh is just better than we thought they were. But I got Buffalo laying 1.5.
Me too.
You do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Buffalo -3.
It's Buffalo -3. Neither one of us get it. I'm up 2-1. We got San Fran and Philly. Now, Connor McGee sent me a video. Our friend Connor, he said that if Philadelphia finishes the season with a winning record, he's demanding a written out and discussed apology on the show. Sure, Connor, you're on.
They can't finish 500 now, so somebody's going to win and someone's going to lose.
Yeah. It's just an apology. It's not like we bet money on it.
Well, is he going to apologize if they have a winning record?
If they have a winning record, I guess I'll apologize.
No. If they have a losing record, is he going to get on the podcast and apologize to you?
If they have a losing record, he should have to move out of Jacksonville.
Oh, that's
get a new job.
I got a phone call. That seems drastic.
I know. So San Fran at Philly. San Fran blew the fucking spread in a crazy game.
I'm getting a FaceTime from someone I don't know, but go ahead.
That's
continue.
interesting. I'm going to take San Fran laying 6.5 on the road.
I'm going to wait for this FaceTime to end because it's on my phone.
All right.
But I have... We're going to have to wait a minute.
All right, we'll just wait a minute.
All right. I got San Fran -7.5. I think they're way better. I'm a little nervous, like with Trey Lance and Garoppolo. I don't know what the deal is. I feel like they're going to pull the plug on Garoppolo very quickly, like at first sight that it goes wrong. Also, Mozart's out, right? Probably.
Mozart's out. Well,
Probably.
I think he's definitely out this week.
Okay. So I do have it 7.5. I think they're way better than them, and I think Atlanta's just that bad at this point.
And I think the ending of that game against Detroit, weird. So many weird fucking things had to happen for them to get there. This in the second half. The onside kick placed right off of Kittle's face mask.
Yeah.
Then they get a second onside. No, not even a second onside kick. They get a fumble. How often, So I'm not really worried about that game.
But I don't even view that as like a close game. Like in my mind, it wasn't close.
No.
You know what I mean? So I got 7.5.
Niners -3.5.
See, that's crazy.
The Niners are only -3.5 in Philadelphia. You're going to fucking smash that one. Yeah. Absolutely smash the Niners -3.5. I'm up 3-1.
I need that pen, though. That's what I need. Because it's about to get real in here. All right. Go ahead. You can go to the next game.
Los Angeles Rams at Indianapolis. I probably went too low here. I actually have half a mind to change it, but that's not how this game works. I got the Rams favored by 2.5 on the road.
Okay, I got the Rams by 7.5. What do we got?
You got Rams -4.5.
Really?
So I get that one, right?
That's fucked up.
4-1. Little Anthony's got to make a little run here. Vegas, who we have not seen play yet, which always makes these games hard. Week 2 at Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh came out. They really smacked around the AFC East champions last year and the second best team in the AFC East. That Bills team's no bullshit. But the one thing now, I don't want to sound like a sour Jets fan, and that's why I haven't.
That's why you're about to sound like a sour Jet fan?
No. I'm going to present to you facts. Josh Allen's first and second year, he wasn't that good, right? And then he made the great leap forward in year 3, which we expect out of rookie quarterbacks. What happened in year 3, though? Did he play in full stadiums? Did he play any true away games? Just saying. I think Pittsburgh came out and showed us they're a little better than maybe we all thought. I think Ben is going to have something to say about the way this last season goes. I got them by 6.5.
Yeah, I got them by 7. I'm probably going to lose this one to a half point, but whatever.
Pittsburgh -6.
See, I knew it.
-6.
I knew it. I knew it. I felt it in my fucking bones.
Cincinnati at Chicago. Chicago showed a lot in this game. I don't know if Andy Dalton's getting the ball out quick last night. Like way quicker than Justin Fields is going to get it out. And I think what we saw last night is going to keep Fields off the field in a starting capacity. The change of pace shit was fine. Scored the
Not
touchdown.
fine, but whatever.
So what do you think?
It's disgusting.
Start him or leave Dalton?
Leave him on the bench.
Leave him on the bench.
Everyone's
where he
complaining.
belongs.
Like, yeah, we know Fields is eventually going to be better than Dalton. Let's put him out there against the Rams and Jalen Ramsey week 1 and get eaten alive. Let's shit on his confidence
Get
now.
demoralized on
Like,
national television.
leave it alone. When he's ready, he'll come in.
Look, that's why I think the way they handled it was great. He got a touchdown. He probably feels great
But
about himself.
what I don't understand is, do Bears fans I want to look at the camera when it says, do Bears fans think that if Justin Fields is the quarterback instead of Andy Dalton, they're Super Bowl contenders? Is that what we're going with? Because that ain't it, bro. That ain't it. If Justin Fields is marginally better than Andy Dalton, right? If he is, they may be in the running for a wild card spot.
And which he isn't, not yet.
No, I'm just
He
saying,
isn't.
like, even if the savior, Justin Fields, is way better than Andy Dalton.
If you want to see what happens when you rush quarterbacks onto the field that aren't ready just because you drafted them high, see Jimmy Clausen. See Mark Sanchez.
See more than
See
a
Blaine
handful.
Gabbert. Like
Yeah.
it's just a good
Whatever.
way to destroy a good career. All right, so it's Cincy and Chicago. I got Chicago by 2.5 at home.
Weird. I got Cincy by 1.5
Wow.
on the road.
Chicago -3.
Chicago -3. And it's getting smacked.
It's so
around
weird
again
because I
tonight.
won almost every week last year, and I can't find the mojo.
Yeah, but I think I won the first 2 weeks last year, and then
Really?
and then you
And
went
the-
on a 10-week run.
Fine.
So
All right. I like hearing that. That's good to hear.
moving on to Houston and Cleveland. Cleveland, another team, showed us a lot of great stuff. I mean, they showed us they still can't close a game, but it's
Yeah.
Mahomes might go down as the best ever. That offense might go down as the best ever. I got them just under a touchdown at home, -6.5.
Now that I'm looking at it, I want a glizzy god Cincinnati again. I might do it. I'm not sure though. I haven't decided yet. Cleveland, what'd you have, Matt?
-6.5.
I have it 8.5 because I'm fucking silly like that.
Cleveland -12.5.
All right,
Cleveland
there you go.
-12, he says,
Yeah,
huh?
That's fine. I'm okay with it. I'll allow it. I almost
Oh,
did 10.
Man, -12 is a lot of points.
I almost did 10. I didn't, but I almost did 10.
All right. New Orleans at Carolina. Think one team's really good and one team's middling. I got New Orleans by 6.5 on the road.
See, that's the problem. You think that they're better than I think they are, and that's the difference in the spread. That's fine.
The Saints?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
No. That's the difference. That's the difference in numbers. I got Saints -4.5.
Saints -3.5.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I just kind of.
I love Saints
Creeping.
-3.5. I love Saints -3.5.
Well, I'm gonna circle it.
Mini at Arizona. Arizona played great. Minnesota. Everyone knows by now. If you don't know, now you know. We fucking hate the Vikings on this show. I got Arizona by 8 even.
Ooh. I feel like this is a legit chance for me to get back in this game, but Vegas has got to see it closer than what you see it, and that's what I'm fearful of. I'm going Arizona -6.5.
Arizona -3.5.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Give me
Okay.
that.
I mean, Arizona
See that?
-3.5.
I'm going on a little run now. I feel
I
it
like
in my
Arizona
fingertips.
-3.5. All right.
So do I.
6-4. We got Tampa Bay hosting Atlanta. Atlanta didn't show me much to feel
No.
like they should be. Tampa Bay hosting Atlanta.
You're right. I apologize. Go ahead.
Atlanta in Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Atlanta didn't show us enough to be favorited, I think, in this game in their own dome right now. In Tampa Bay, I'm giving the Bucks 9.5.
You scumbag.
Why'd we? You got 9.5 as well.
Yeah, I got 9.5.
All right, let's hear it.
Tampa Bay -12.5.
Yeah, no, that's
Jesus.
the problem with the guess the line thing is you don't want to guess 12 because you
not week
eliminate yourself from
Yeah.
having a shot at it. You
And
know
in
what
week
I mean?
2, you don't want to guess 12.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I'm fine with that. We tied 12. Me and you guessed the same twice already. All right.
Yeah. Titans at Seattle. I'm just realizing right now that I marked the favorite, but I didn't give it a line. So, sorry, craziness.
I'll go first.
No, well, if you go first, that's going to impact my line.
You're right, so we'll wait for you.
I'm going to go first. I have Seattle as the favorite. I never marked it down. I'm going to go Seattle by 4 even.
Seattle 5.5.
Seattle 5.5.
That's a big one.
And that's a tie game.
I wish we had a little buzzer. We need a ding-ding-ding. We need one of those. That's a big one, folks.
That's a tie game with 3 matchups left.
Love that.
It's anybody's bowl game.
I hate this next line, but
I cannot stand this next line. Go for it, champ.
All right. Dallas at the Chargers. Dallas played pretty good.
Dak was way better than I expected him to be.
Chargers played like pretty okay. They won. They beat
real tough matchup.
They beat a backup quarterback. That kid's feisty, though.
The defense is nuts in Washington.
I can't believe I went this low. I'm going Dallas -1.
Oh, you little scum fuck. I got Dallas -1.5.
I think you got that one in the bag.
What do we got?
Chargers -3.
Oh,
Chargers
my God.
-3.
All right. Hold that.
And Alessino's up by 1.
I'm up 1, but I don't like that. It always gets good because now if I guess this on the head, you get a $25 bet. So that's pretty cool. All right. KC at Baltimore. Baltimore is yet to play as we are filming this. They're about to kick off. I need to get a couple prop bets in before we
what time
kick off. But anyway, KC -6.5.
All right. We said Baltimore didn't play. Both these teams pretty good at the top of the AFC the last 2 years. I got KC -5.5. Same line from last week.
Chiefs -3.
Oh, that's horrific.
You gotta love the Chiefs -3 there. I'll take that point. And now Alessino could either get this one on the head. Oh no, this is a tie.
No, it's a tie.
It's a tie.
Whoever
right now.
gets it
so
wins.
Here it is, winner take all. Detroit in Green Bay, Monday Night Football.
This is good. It usually doesn't come down to the last one.
No, we haven't had one come down.
I don't think ever.
So
all right.
This is the first time, folks.
And you guys are all going to get to watch it.
So we got Detroit covering and having a miracle second half, showed heart and resilience. We got Green Bay, showed you dog shit. I got Green Bay -3.5.
No, that's not enough. Look at me in the eyes, Zach. That's not enough. That's not enough. Green Bay -9.5.
Green Bay -10.5.
Oh, let's go.
What a comeback story for the kid, Anthony Alessino.
We knew it. We felt it. As soon as he said 3.5, I said, I won. That's it. I knew it.
I fucking really blew it, too, because if you look here, I had -11 written down.
Oh, and you went all the way to 3.5?
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I got all the way down there, but I did. So that's a loss. It's 1-1 on the season. Alessino's going to pick out a little parlay for me to put in for him this week.
Yeah.
And we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to do some fantasy shit. All right, what's up, guys? As everyone knows, this season we are on YouTube. Last season we weren't, and I got to be honest with you, we were dressing like shit a little bit, you know? We weren't worried about what people saw. We were wearing pajamas. We had Anthony coming in wearing whatever sweats he wore to work that day. Half the time I'd roll out of bed and show up to the studio. But now the people are going to see us, and we got to look fresh. We want that fine Italian fucking material. That's right. We're talking Saatchi di Dinero, streetwear brand from Long Island, New York. The gear is fire. It looks good. Right now, I got the M5 Motivated Money Making Monday morning hoodie on, okay? You're going to be able to get this and so much more at SaatchiDiDinero.com. Promo code HAVOC is going to save you 10% off. That's SaacchiDidenero.com. HAVOC. Promo code HAVOC gets you 10% off. Always authentic, never counterfeit. Saatchi di Dinero. All right, and we're back. And it's time to do fantasy football stardom sit-ems. Before we get into this, I'm going to let everyone know right now, this is my first bit of fantasy advice for the season. And I need to take my own advice. One simple thing. Don't be cute. Now, I'll explain that to you. You already know. I'm going to explain this for the viewers. I thought the Niners were going to beat up the Lions and run the shit out of the ball in the second half, and Debo was going to have low targets. And now I combine this thought, Anthony, with Jamison Crowder on the COVID list, Keelan Cole on not playing because he's hurt, Elijah Moore's going to start. They're going to be chasing. He's going to get lots of targets. Well, it cost me 31.1 fantasy points and a loss in week 1. So my message to the fans, don't be cute. With that being said, let's go with quarterbacks first. Start him, sit him.
Baker Mayfield or Ryan Tannehill?
Now I got to get the fucking paper.
I need the matchups.
All right. Baker Mayfield against Houston. I mean, looking good.
I'm going to tell you right now, Baker's playing Houston and Ryan
Yeah.
Tannehill's playing Seattle in Seattle, so it's Baker.
Baker, yeah.
We can move right on.
Matt Ryan or Ben Roethlisberger?
Matt Ryan against Tampa Bay. It's tough. Ben Roethlisberger. I'm going Ben Roethlisberger.
See, it's tough to go Matt Ryan against Tampa Bay, but every Tampa Bay game has the potential to be a shootout.
So
I don't know what we're going to get out of the Raiders game. That's a fucked up decision to have to make. If these are your two quarterbacks, I pity you.
I'm not worried. Go Roethlisberger. Don't think about it.
Roethlisberger.
Jameis Winston or Joe Burrow?
Now that's a good one. The first two were That was a good one. Cincinnati versus Chicago. I don't really want to take Burrow against Chicago. Listen, we know Jameis could throw the shit out of the ball. I'll take Jameis. Plus, I have Kamara in 2 leagues. So, you know.
It was Joe Burrow was the other choice?
No. Yes.
Yeah, Joe Burrow was the other choice. I gotta go Jameis here, just based on the simple fact alone that Zach Wilson would have had low end QB1 numbers last week against them. Based off of that alone, because they both have scary front sevens, both of these teams, Chicago and Carolina.
Yeah.
So just off the fact that Zach Wilson had low end QB1 a floor against them last week, I'll go Jameis.
Mac Jones or Sam Darnold?
Fucking Jack, man. Fucking Jack just likes to get me mad on this show. Darnold or who again?
Mac Jones.
Give me Darnold.
Huh.
I mean, I'll explain why, but if you want to know why, but I'm going.
Yeah, why Darnold?
Just alone, he had 100 to Christian McCaffrey. Must be nice.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. You're not getting 100 from Damian Harris, and you're not getting 100 from... I mean, that offense is pretty one-dimensional until someone steps up and makes a play.
I just worry about them being ball control based.
They are incredibly ball control based. It's like they're like, we're going to play defense, and we're going to, and we're going to run down your throat. And we're going to trust Mac Jones to not make mistakes. That's what it seems like.
No, I'm talking about the Carolina being
ball control based. I don't think so. I think Carolina has weapons. DJ Moore is a weapon to me. He's not just a receiver. Jacoby Meyer.
It's also an elite playoff level defense versus the Jets, who have
Jacoby Meyer. Jacoby Meyer is not, to me, a number one. Like, put Jacoby Meyer on any other team. You think he's a one?
Well, I mean, watch the way that they were fucking playing the first drive of the game yesterday, they handed a jet sweep to Jonnu Smith. They're getting these tight ends the ball any way they can.
Right, of course.
And
you get the guys that can play.
Weird fucking N'Keal Harry. Hey, 3 years in the league. It's my first touchdown time now.
Yeah.
And then him and Mac Jones are fighting over who keeps the ball. They're like, nah, you keep it. Nah, you keep it.
That's what they were.
Yeah, that's what it was, because it was both of their first touchdowns, except one's a rookie in his first game and one's 3 fucking years into it. You talk me into it. Darnold. Next.
Love it.
You got Tua Tagovailoa or Taylor Henneke?
Miami at Buffalo.
I don't like the matchup against Buffalo.
I'm going to say something stupid.
Say something stupid.
Henneke.
I don't think you're saying something stupid. I'm saying Heineke too, because the Giants are trash and Buffalo's not. I think for the year, I would want Tua. For this week, I want Heineke.
For fuck's sake, yeah.
So we're on running backs now. Leonard Fournette or Melvin Gordon?
Oh.
Leonard Fournette.
Melvin Gordon did okay, but here's what I'm going to say. Melvin
Gordon still on Denver?
Yeah, he had a 70-yard rush against the Giants at the end of the game, which that is bullshit. Everybody remember, that's bullshit. There was like literally untouched 70 yards. I'm not saying I could do it, but I could probably gain a yard on that play for sure.
Well, it's not something you want to base a whole
You can't.
selection off of.
So since from that, if you take that out, I don't think he did much. But Leonard Fournette got a lot of competition back there. I'm gonna go Leonard Fournette for this because they both share backfields.
As long as Ronald Jones continues to not be able to hold on to the football, which he's shown time and time again throughout his career, Leonard Fournette is going to be the guy for the touchdowns. I mean, he's not going to be a good PPR guy. He can catch it a little bit, but they don't really put him out there to catch the ball. But 20 yards and in, he's going to be smashing it into the end zone. Now, Tom could just as likely throw 1,000,000 touchdowns down there. But touchdown upside, I'm going
especially when he's got towers for wide receivers.
When you see what happened last week on Thursday night, Rojo gets one carry, looks pretty good. Ball gets punched right out. He doesn't touch the fucking field. It's Gio Bernard and Leonard Fournette the rest of the way.
I like Gio.
He has PPR value, but in a big, deep league. In a 10-man standard league, PPR, I wouldn't fucking touch Gio with the 10-foot stick. If you're in a 12 league with a deep 12, 14 men with a deep bench, yeah, pick him up.
Yeah, I agree.
Devon Singletary or Josh Jacobs?
See, we haven't seen Josh Jacobs yet, so this is the issue I'm having.
Well, Singletary's in a split unless
I don't want any of them.
I don't want either one of them either. I've been real negative on both of the Buffalo backs and Jacobs all year now.
I'm going to say Josh Jacobs. He's got more talent.
I'm going to take Josh Jacobs, I guess, for the upside. Well, here's the thing, too. Zach Moss doesn't play. Maybe Singletary might be the guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's got it. If he ain't the guy then, I don't know when.
Zach Moss didn't play this week. I don't even know how Singletary wound up doing. That game was not on red zone at all.
Yeah.
Until the end of the game. Like, oh, the steal. I'm like, oh, Bills are going to win. Oh, Bills might not cover. Oh, Bills might not win this fucking game.
I'm going to tell you right now. Well, we can continue, but I'll tell you. I'll bring up Singletary stats.
Mike Davis or David Montgomery?
Singletary, 3 catches, 8 yards, 11 carries, 72 yards. So not terrible. Breda's the competition over there, but
I'd probably still want to go Jacobs, and we're going to find out in about 5 minutes or so when this game goes live. I think Gruden's not going to want to fuck around too much with Derek Carr when down close. You know, I think he'd rather give the ball to Josh Jacobs 4 straight times than let Derek Carr fuck around down there. Especially, I
go Josh Jacobs. What was that one?
Mike Davis or
David Montgomery.
David
Montgomery looked good actually.
Mike Davis is.
Give me David Montgomery against.
Didn't his backfield partner just go down? Mike Davis.
That would be McKissick, wouldn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, I'll give a look at numbers from last week, if you want. But the chart, you can't. It's hard to judge because the Chargers have a very good defense.
Give me Montgomery.
Oh, Mike Davis, right? I'm not
Mike Davis,
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Mike Davis is the guy in that backfield.
Yeah, he is. 15 carries, 49 yards. 3 catches, 23 yards.
I'm gonna go Montgomery.
Yeah, I like Montgomery. He was running hard. He looked good.
Yeah,
I liked him.
Boston Scott or Michael Carter?
Give me a fucking break. Michael Carter's the rookie running back on the Jets. In case you want to know
who they are. Are you talking to me? Or are you talking to them?
Talking to everyone, I guess. Okay. Everyone.
Because I know you ain't talking to me. You're looking at me.
Well, but I'm looking at you because you're my partner.
Why?
Not Mike fucking Carter, dude. Not until he shows something. He touched the ball a few times, but it's mostly Coleman's show. I mean, until he show. Here's the thing: if you got to pick between waiver wire, dude, go find someone better on the waiver wire.
Yeah, I wouldn't start either of these guys.
Both of them are mostly injury handcuffs at this point.
Nah, yeah, I'm not even gonna answer it. I'm gonna say don't start either. Don't come to me for advice with this bullshit.
James Robinson or Myles Gaskin?
I took James Robinson in so many different things this week. DraftKings, all that bullshit. 5 carries, 25 yards. If Trevor Lawrence is gonna throw the ball 51 times, I'll check Myles Gaskin's numbers. We'll run them through, and you guys be the judge. But Myles Gaskin, 9 carries, 49 yards, 5 catches, 27 yards, both pretty mediocre. So I guess you gotta play the matchup game.
Gaskin's one of these guys who isn't just a 2-down back. They'll put him in on 3rd down too. He could catch the ball a little bit.
Still going up against Buffalo though.
I know, but then Jacksonville going up against Denver, it's a tough one either way, man. I mean,
I'm gonna go Miles Gaskins then. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Myles Gaskin because I'm always gonna take the guy who catches balls. You know, when all else seems
Sure, you
pretty.
will.
Damn right I am. Leave it in.
See, you walked right into that one.
Moving on.
You got the receivers now. You got Brandon Ayuk or Christian Kirk.
Wow. I mean, Brandon Ayuk was
tough.
Brandon Ayuk went MIA.
Brandon Ayuk did what I thought Deebo Samuel was gonna do, and then Christian Kirk fucking nutted all over the place.
Not really though. He did good, but you got to remember he's not gonna catch. What do you have? 3 catches. 2 of them were touchdowns, but he's not gonna have 66% of his catches be touchdowns. I'll confirm it. I'll look at it. It could be 5 catches. He had 5 catches, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Still, 40% of his catches are not gonna be touchdowns. He did get the third most targets. AJ Green got 6. He got 5. Behind Hopkins 8. I know the game got out of hand early, so he didn't have to throw. So if we're looking at it from all those point of views, I mean, Arizona playing Minnesota, it could happen again.
Yeah. So basically, what I see here is Kirk is going to be one of those Robbie Anderson, those Randy Moss fantasy.
Will
types.
Fuller.
Will Fuller to an extent, yeah. Where you're looking at 3 grabs for 163 yards and 2 touchdowns, or you're looking for 1 catch and 6 yards and only on 1 target. Whereas you go over to Ayuk, who did not have a good game, he's one of those guys who gets the ball a million different ways. If they hand him jet sweeps, they line him up as a running back.
I mean, what would you consider like a bad game?
What do you mean?
Like, what would you consider a bad game?
A bad game?
Statistically, what would you consider a bad game for Ayuk?
Probably nothing like what he did last week.
Because that's not a bad game to me. That to me is something's not right. You're not even getting onto the field.
Well, was it that he wasn't on the field, or was that he just wasn't open?
Well, that's fucking worse. If he's on the field and not open, that's worse. Right?
I mean, you're not necessarily wrong.
I'm going to go Christian Kirk because until you show me you can at least get a target, he didn't even get a target.
Yeah, if you got both these guys, put Kirk in and deal with it.
Yeah, you got to get a target. Go ahead.
Jalen Waddle or Elijah Moore?
Waddle looked good. Moore, again, like how many targets did he get? 2?
No. He got targeted quite a lot. He dropped a few. And
all right, let's look. Well, look.
I think he had 5
targets. 4 targets,
4
1
targets.
catch, -3 yards. So it's one of those things. Until you prove it to me.
The New England defense is rough. Neither one of these guys have proved shit. Jalen Waddle, you got Will Fuller.
Let me ask you something.
Will Fuller's coming back from suspension.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
This
you're right.
week.
Yep.
And someone else didn't play. Not Albert Wilson. But
let me ask something.
That being said, I'm going Jalen Waddle.
How much weight, and this is for you too, Zach, how much weight do you think having a quarterback receiver combo that played in college together matters?
I don't think it matters that much at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because to me, it does. Like, to me, T. Higgins is good at football. Tyler Boyd is good at football. Jamar Chase is good at football. Someone's going to emerge. Someone needs to emerge as the number 1 guy over there. I think it's Chase. Chase played with Burrow.
Well, that Chase played with Burrow for 1 season.
Waddle.
So is it a little bit better? Yeah, Waddle played with Tua for 1 season.
Okay. Is it?
And Waddle was hurt. No, that was most of last year.
Most last year, yeah.
NFL. It might be a little bit.
Devontae Smith?
It's not like you're talking. Yeah, and Jalen Hurts, they barely played together.
But they practiced, they played, they were there,
Right.
They were working out together. You heard what Jalen Hurts said, right?
If they were running.
You heard what Jalen Hurts said about Smith? How he would, I don't know if you heard this, he said he would leave, there would be parties or whatever, big, I'm sure at those schools, those parties are insane. And Devontae Smith wouldn't go to the parties.
Oh, that I heard.
And he would meet
up with Hurts and
they would go work out. Instead of go to the parties. And, I feel like there's some weight behind that. So back to, let me just wrap it real quick. I'm going Waddle every time because I believe in that.
I'm going Waddle.
In the chemistry.
I'm going Waddle in this particular matchup. I drafted him. I have him on my team. The reason I took him is because of the chemistry deal and because allegedly Miami's going to open up this year and throw the ball deep.
Great. They need to.
There's still plenty of targets is the one thing until Will Fuller eventually gets suspended again, or I don't want to wish it on him, but he gets hurt every year.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of targets. To answer that question, and then we'll move on, it would all be fine and great that they played together if they were running the exact same offense they ran with Nick Saban.
Understandable.
You know,
But they understand their speeds. They understand their timing. There's definitely a trust factor. Without a doubt, there's a trust factor.
Yeah, a
where
little bit.
I'm going to throw this up. I know my guy's got it. Let me ask you this, and I don't want to stray away too far, and then we probably could have talked about this in the offseason, whatever, but do you think Joe Burrow seriously, do you think he had something to do with Jamar Chase being drafted there?
Him personally?
Personally. Do you think, I'm not saying he went onto the office, knocked on the door, and was like, you got to draft Chase, but do you think the GM or the coach said to him, listen, we're thinking Sewell, or we're stuck between Sewell and Chase. What do you think? No, Chase's work ethic is unbelievable.
No. I think they might have picked his brain on it and said, hey, we really like Jamar. If he's there, we're thinking about taking him. What is your experience with him? But I don't think.
All right.
Not everyone's LeBron James. If we're going to just start going.
No, I know, but.
If we're going to start going every quarterback and asking them who they want us to draft.
But to me, it was like, that's one of those situations where it was such a pressing need.
No, because if you anywhere that came out of Cincinnati camp, and this is all we had to go off of because we're not in the door, we're not credited media people, we don't. Everything that's come out of Cincinnati's camp leading up through the draft was they just used the high selection on Jonah not too long ago. They have Billy Turner. They just used the high selection not too long ago. And they think there was an injury. I think a guard or something was hurt last year on the COVID list last year. And they didn't think offensive line was something they needed to invest that high of an asset into.
Okay.
So if that's
you can never have too much offensive line, but we'll move on.
You can never have too many playmakers.
Go ahead. That's true.
Nelson Aguilar or Marvin Jones Jr.?
Marvin Jones Jr. looks pretty good with Jacksonville.
Marvin Jones Jr. has done nothing but show up and produce
everywhere.
When it's asked upon him everywhere he's gone.
Yeah, but it's against Denver.
I know, but the Mac Jones, New England. I didn't even notice Aguilar too much on the field.
I know.
So
I'm gonna go Marvin Jones. Maybe they'll worry about
I'll go Marvin
LaVisca.
Jones.
Cortland Sutton or Jarvis Landry?
I mean,
I'm gonna go Jarvis Landry.
If I'm being completely realistic with you, you might find another spot and play both of these guys because you got Cortland Sutton going up against Jacksonville, who just gave up 27 to Houston, and then you got Cleveland going up against Houston, who is just traded away their best defensive player on Saturday, the day before the game.
I like Jarvis Landry, and they said he came in shape, and I have him on 2 leagues, so who the fuck am I to say I don't play him?
To pick one of them, I mean, fuck. To pick one of them, I'd probably take Jarvis over Cortland because Baker's been there and Teddy just got there, and that's my only reason.
Yeah, and they have Tim Patrick and KJ Handler, and
if you
see if Beckham doesn't play,
if you could find another slot to drop,
especially if Beckham doesn't play, it's Jarvis's world. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Jacoby Myers or Devonta Parker?
I think we already went over that.
Yeah, Devontae Parker.
Yeah, fuck Jacoby Myers.
Oh yeah, it's hard to just say that though. It's hard to just say that though because
it's easy.
No, but it isn't though because the fucking they're playing the Jets, dude.
It's easy.
All right, fine.
Just say it.
Fine.
All right, tight ends. We got Tyler Higbee or Jared Cook.
Man, I'll tell you right now, Tyler Higbee looked like the guy in that offense.
Jared Cook, I like too. I'm gonna go Higbee because they'll just force feed him the fucking ball.
Yeah, Stafford's gonna always just be looking at
Higbee. But Cook looked good too. Cook's old though. Cook is much older.
And Gerald Everett's out of town now too.
Yeah.
Higbee.
Seattle, yeah. Go ahead.
Gerald Everett or David Njoku?
Njoku is the second there, right? Maybe even the third. Some say, right?
He could be the third. I mean,
he did have 13 points. I have him on my bench in one of my deep leagues. Everett seems like the guy in Seattle.
He is the guy in Seattle.
He's less talented than Njoku.
I mean, you got to worry about shit like Lockett going off,
but he's a good blocker.
Like DK going off. Yeah, and Russell Wilson has a way of making sort of irrelevant tight ends be worth something in fantasy. Luke Wilson and Zach Wilson, they had both the Wilsons over there at one point, didn't they? And didn't they have the guy from Carolina, the white guy from Carolina for a little bit? Or did he never wind up playing there?
Olsen.
Didn't they wind up having him for a little bit?
No, but they had another guy, a no-name guy that they turned into like a decent another guy.
Will Dissly. He always winds up finding, and now Gerald Everett, being like a 1A, 1B with Higbee his whole career, has had fantasy value. So
Plus, he's a good blocker. He's not gonna.
He's gonna be on the field.
See him in the field. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Everett.
I'm gonna go Everett too. Until Njoku's on a new team, I won't take him.
James O'Shaughnessy or Dawson Knox?
Are they both on the Bills?
No.
Where's O'Shaughnessy play?
Jacksonville.
He's on Jacksonville.
Why are we pulling like fucking third string tight ends here?
I think Jack might have looked one up instead of making his own.
Like
list.
Noah Fant versus Hawkinson. Why am I getting fucking O'Shaughnessy? Oh God. All right. Anyway, O'Shaughnessy or
Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox. I guess Dawson Knox. I mean,
I'm going with Dawson.
I
Knox.
hate it. Go ahead.
Cole Kmet or Dalton Schultz?
Bet a little bit better.
No, this one is a good one.
It's a little bit better.
Cole Kmet was all over the field.
I'm going Cole Kmet.
But yeah,
Against Cincinnati, I'm going Cole Kmet.
Yeah, I'll go Cole Kmet too because the LA is pretty good on tight ends and too many weapons there, you know.
Yeah.
Hunter Henry or Juwan Johnson?
Juwan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson. Yeah. Okay.
Juwan Johnson, like the power forward.
No.
From the fucking Spurs.
I would probably not take him. Juwan Johnson is the tight end on the Saints. He had 2 touchdowns. First 2 touchdowns of his career.
The other choice was who?
I forgot. Hunter Henry. Now listen, Juwan Johnson has a TikTok I follow, so shout out Juwan Johnson. I want to take him. I want to. I fucking really want to.
I can't take,
because I like his TikTok.
I can't take Hunter Henry because from everything I saw watching the Miami New England game, it was always Johnny. Hunter Henry, I don't know what his final stat line looked like, but I don't think he did anything fantasy relevant. He had a couple of grabs, maybe 2 grabs for under 10 yards, something like that, if my memory serves me right. And against it. I mean, listen, small sample size here. You never know what Bill. Here's another. We're going to be playing this game with Bill Belichick all fucking year. Which one of these two guys?
Juwan Johnson, 3 catches, 21 yards, 2 touchdowns.
I was asking for Hunter.
No, I know. I'm doing them both.
It's like it used to be the Bill thing with the running backs, which that still might come to be a problem. But now we got the Bill Belichick. Which of the 2 tight ends is worth playing? And
Hunter Henry, 3 catches, 31 yards. I'm going to go Hunter Henry. He's more talented, and there's kind of no denying that.
All right, Hunter Henry, but I think Jonnu Smith is going to be a real problem for him this week.
That's it.
All right, that's it. So we're going to take a quick break before we come back with the final segment of the show. What's up, guys? Jimmy from House of Havoc letting you know we want you guys to focus on you this fall with Stay Thirsty Co. That's right. We want you to shop the new back-to-school special on the website all September long, starting today, Labor Day. Going to get on there. You want to look fresh for school. If you're a college student at the bars, you want to talk to girls, you want to talk to guys, you want to look nice. You want to focus on yourself. On top of that great sale, promo code HAVOC, HAVOC, going to get you an additional 15% off at checkout. That's StayThirsty.co, I believe. StayThirsty.co, StayThirsty.com. I'm not positive on that. StayThirstyCo at IG will get you to the website. Once again, that's the back-to-school sale all September long, starting today, Labor Day. Promo code HAVOC gets you an additional 15% off. All right, we're back for the ever-going Tournament of Degenerates. Recap last week, I did not do great. I had Tennessee -3. I threw 110 on that for the 100, lost to 110. Jets money line, Seattle -2.5, Cincinnati money line. Jets obviously didn't win. Lost 2 on that. I also put 2 on Cincy money line, 2 to win, 280. It's all said and done. My available bank going into this week is 970. Brian lost 100 on that parlay. Jets, Giants, Chargers. I believe that's 0 for 3 on that whole. Chargers won, so it was 1 for 3. Lost 100 on that. His available is 900. Cousin Joe got a late parlay in. Giants, Browns money line. Lost 100 on that, so they're both down to 900. Jack put 200 on the Cardinals money line at +135. That's a 270 win. He put 200 on the Bengals money line. That's 280. He put 100 on the Steelers money line. Steelers with the spread. 110 on the Steelers with the spread to win 100. Then he put 110 on the Green Bay spread, which didn't win. All that math adds up. He's at 1050. His total bank. So how'd you do? What's your total bank for this week?
1050.
His total bank is $1,050.
So he made $50 at the end of the day.
I mean, ultimately, I guess, right? No, that can't be right. I'll rework the math on that. That can't be
Okay,
right.
yeah, that's what I figured. That's why
He's
I
got to
questioned
be
you.
higher than that.
Anyway, I did 2 bets. Seattle -2.5. I bet 250 on it. Gave me 227, and then I did a parlay. Didn't hit on it. No, Packers blew it. Didn't hit on it. Bet 100. So I'm plus 127. So that puts me at 1127. Right? We started with 3,000.
Yeah.
1127. Okay, so 1127.
So I guess I could just look at it right now. Jack was up about 6. So he's actually probably closer to like 1,500, 1,600,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's a good week.
Yeah, it's not a bad week at all. Going forward, I think it's just us two making picks today on the show because, life gets in the way sometimes.
I hear you.
So I'm just being real simple this week. I'm laying, I didn't see a lot of shit I liked. Didn't see a lot of underdogs that I would really like to put a lot of money on. I'm going 550 to win 500. New Orleans laying 3.5.
Playing catch up. Week 2.
550 to win 500. New Orleans laying 3.5.
Okay. Wow.
Which will bring my available bank down to 420, something like that.
That's it. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Give me I'm going to probably go pretty heavy. It's going to feel pretty heavy. It probably won't work out unless I win the majority of these bets. But I'm going to go 100 on Dallas to win 140. Money line. KC, I'm going to bet 110 to win 100 to make it easy. -3. Arizona, -3.5. 110 to win 100. Rams, -4.5. 110 to win 100. And 49ers, -3.5. 110 to win 100. So I'm risking.
Favorite heavy?
Yeah, for the most
Other than
part.
Dallas.
Yeah. So I'm risking 540 to potentially win 540. Ain't that some shit?
Not bad.
To double up.
Not bad. That's it for this week.
Well, what do you got?
No, we're gonna get to the
Oh,
Glizzies. I'm
sorry.
just talking tournament of
Jesus.
degenerates.
I almost got nervous.
How can I forget the
I always-
Glizzy God?
I always throw my paper in right about now.
So here we are again.
Yep.
1-0.
1-0.
We told you Cincinnati was the pick.
We told you last year.
We told you last year.
We told you this year.
We told you this year.
It's no different.
14-2 against the spread coming into this season. Make that
Yep.
15-2 career. Make Alessino 14-5 career. Okay.
Still good.
Don't know if I brought this up. Games that Joe Burrow starts and finishes, because I'm not sure about the game he got hurt in last year. He's undefeated against the spread.
Love it.
9-0 last season against the spread. 1-0 this season. 10-0 against the spread all time. He's Joey Covers.
It sounds like you're taking
It sounds like I'm taking him again. It does, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay, because I'm not either.
I'm not going to do that.
Ooh.
It is a 3-point spread. It's a team that I think shouldn't be giving points on the road. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
I have the Dallas Cowboys as well.
We don't miss, dude.
So
we don't miss.
there it is.
We don't miss. Listen,
It's an absolute mortal lock.
you understand against the spread when we tell you the fucking Glizzy God, the odds of them not covering the spread, it's very simple. It's about fucking 20, not even, what is it, 16?
Fucking 7%.
Yeah, 7%, something like that.
Listen to me. You want to win money. You want to make it easy. Why don't you take this foolproof Dallas bet, and then you can go lose money elsewhere. I don't care what the fuck you do.
If you want to be silly, the old double Glizzy parlay, we don't do bad on those either. Dallas and Cincinnati, both taking 3.
I won't put my word on it because I try to stay as transparent as possible.
I'm just saying, that's probably
If you
not
want to
a
get
bad-
crazy,
If you want to get nuts,
you know.
the Cincy money line, the Dallas money line, you parlay the two of those, that's probably worth the value. But we keep it to one.
I'm going to say this. This is all I'm going to say because I like to close up the show with a little bit of betting knowledge in the sense that in the beginning of the year, it usually always takes Vegas a second to figure out, okay, week 1, that was fucked up. Let's reset. All right, week 2, let's try this. Let's figure it out. And by week 3 or 4, they kind of figure it out. Every single year, week 1 and 2, I make money. Every single year. And then, obviously, then they catch me, 1 week in 5 or 6, and then now I'm battling. Now we're battling throughout the whole year. But in the beginning of the year, it's always easy to catch good spreads. It's always easy to catch good numbers when you want them. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys just hung with the Super Bowl champions a week ago. I don't think they should be giving points.
Dak looked good with people falling down around him.
You know what I mean?
He looked good getting tackled.
So and you got to put it this way: a lot of people, you'd ask a lot of people who's the best player on the Cowboys, and I bet you there would be a good amount out there. I'm not saying everybody, because obviously a lot of people are gonna say Dak, that would say Elliott, and Elliott was non-existent in Week 1.
And if you have him in your fantasy lineup, don't trade him. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Ride it
Relax.
out. Week
I'm
1.
already trying to get him in my fantasy league because the guy who has him only has 2 wide receivers, and it's a three wide receiver league. So I'm trying to poach him.
Yeah, but that's weird because no one, that just doesn't happen.
Well, he picked up Chris Conley, but he's just an idiot. Like the fucking Bergs. You're an embarrassment.
Well, anyway.
Dallas +3. That's the Glizzy pick. That's all I got. The prop bet builder's fun. Look into the prop bet builder, guys, and seriously take Ann up on that prop bet offer that he put out.
I'm waiting for a good offer, not some asinine bullshit.
So that's our show.
It was all right. I had fun.
How much fun did you have?
7.6
out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. I had about a 7.6 worth of fun as well.
Good. That's all we're looking for here. A little bit of fun, a little bit of knowledge.
Well, that's it for us. Peace out. As always, brought to you by Tiger Pack Productions, House of Havoc Podcast Network, Sachi Di Dinero, and Stay Thirsty Company. Peace out.